The package was lying on the porch when Alex got home. Plain brown paper, no address, no return address. Alex cautiously picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. He shook it gently. A faint rattling sound came from inside. Curiosity bubbled in his stomach. He couldn't resist the urge to open it. The map was old and faded, but Alex recognized the landmarks. He knew exactly where the X was located. It was the same abandoned house he had always been warned to stay away from. A cold shiver traveled down his spine. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was meant to find this package. The words on the note echoed in his mind. The key unlocks more than just a door. It unlocks the truth. What truth was hidden in that old house? His curiosity was piqued. He had to know more. The sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple as Alex made his way to the old house. The closer he got, the more uneasy he felt. The once grand Victorian mansion now stood decrepit and forlorn, its paint peeling, windows boarded shut. An air of sadness hung over the place, making the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. He hesitated at the front gate, its rusty hinges groaning like a mournful cry. The house seemed to loom over him, its empty windows like vacant eyes watching his every move. He took a deep breath and pushed the gate open. The front door creaked open with a low groan, as if disturbed from a long sleep. The air inside was heavy with the smell of dust and decay. He stepped inside, his heart pounding in his chest. Hours passed, and Alex found nothing but cobwebs and silence. Disappointment began to set in. He sighed, turning to leave. That's when he noticed it. A small, almost imperceptible bulge in the wall, hidden in the shadows beneath the staircase. His fingers brushed against something cold and metallic, a small, almost invisible keyhole. His heart leaped in his chest. Could this be it? He pulled out the old key from his pocket and hesitated. With a deep breath, he slid the key into the lock. It turned with a satisfying click, and a section of the wall swung inwards, revealing a dark and narrow passageway. He grabbed a nearby rusty lantern and lit it, the flickering flame casting dancing shadows on the walls. He cautiously made his way down, the only sound his own breathing and the soft thud of his footsteps on the wooden steps. The stairs ended abruptly, opening into a small, dusty room. Alex held the lantern high, his eyes widening in surprise. The room was surprisingly well preserved, untouched by the ravages of time that had claimed the rest of the house. The walls were lined with bookshelves filled with dusty volumes. A plush armchair sat beside a small fireplace. A half-finished game of chess laid out on a table beside it. In the center of the room stood a large wooden chest, its surface covered in intricate carvings. Alex slowly made his way towards it, his hand trembling as he reached for the lid. The hinges creaked in protest as he lifted it open, revealing a treasure trove of memories. Yellowed photographs, stacks of letters bound with faded ribbon, and a small, leather-bound diary lay nestled inside. On the front, written in the same elegant handwriting as the note, were the words, "To my dearest friend, may the truth set us free." As Alex delved deeper into the diary, a tale of friendship and betrayal unfolded before his eyes. The pages were filled with the delicate handwriting of a young woman, each word carefully chosen to convey the depth of her emotions and the gravity of the events she described. The diary belonged to a young woman named Amelia, who had lived in the house with her brother Thomas in the early 1900s. The house, now abandoned and covered in dust, had once been a place of laughter and dreams. Amelia's words painted a vivid picture of their lives, filled with moments of joy and sorrow. They were best friends with a young man named Edward, a budding architect who dreamed of building magnificent structures. Edward's passion for architecture was evident in the sketches he shared with Amelia and Thomas, each design more ambitious than the last. The three friends spent countless hours together, discussing their hopes and aspirations for the future. Edward had confided in Thomas, sharing his plans for a revolutionary design that would change the world of architecture. He trusted Thomas implicitly, believing that their friendship was unbreakable. However, Thomas's admiration for Edward's talent soon turned into envy, and he began to covet the recognition and success that Edward's designs could bring. Blinded by envy and greed, Thomas stole Edward's plans, claiming them as his own. The betrayal was swift and devastating. Edward, upon discovering the theft, was consumed by a sense of loss and betrayal. The plans that had once been a symbol of his dreams were now a source of pain and disillusionment. Heartbroken and betrayed, Edward fled, leaving behind his dreams and the only home he had ever known. The rain poured down as he walked away, each step taking him further from the life he had envisioned. The house, once a sanctuary, now stood as a reminder of the friendship that had been shattered. Amelia, caught in the middle, was sworn to secrecy by her brother. She was torn between her loyalty to Thomas and her sense of justice for Edward. The weight of the secret pressed heavily on her, and she struggled to reconcile her love for her brother with the knowledge of his betrayal. She lived with the guilt of her brother's actions, her loyalty to him clashing with the injustice done to her friend. Each day she was reminded of the pain that her silence had caused. The hidden key, a symbol of the secret she kept, was a constant reminder of the choice she had made. She left the key to the secret room, along with her diary and all their shared memories, hoping one day the truth would be revealed. The diary, filled with her innermost thoughts and feelings, was a testament to the bond they had shared and the betrayal that had torn them apart. Years passed, and both Amelia and Edward moved on with their lives, haunted by the ghost of their broken friendship. The memories of their time together lingered, like shadows in the mist, a constant reminder of what had been lost. The broken friendship bracelet, once a symbol of their bond, now lay forgotten, a relic of a past that could never be reclaimed. Alex closed the diary, his heart heavy with the weight of the story he now carried. The truth had been unlocked, just as the note promised. He knew what he had to do. He carefully packed the diary, letters, and photographs back into the chest. He had to set things right. He had to clear Edward's name and expose Thomas for the fraud he was. But most importantly, he had to find a way to tell Amelia's story, to honor her loyalty and her courage. He would start by researching their names, following the threads of their lives through time. He would contact historical societies, search online archives, and explore every possible avenue until he found them, or at least their descendants. As he walked away from the abandoned house, the setting sun casting long shadows behind him, he made a promise to Amelia. He would ensure her story was told, that her loyalty was honored, and that the truth, however painful, would finally be revealed. Alex spent weeks, then months, piecing together the puzzle of Amelia and Edward's lives. He discovered that Edward had become a renowned architect in a distant city, his innovative designs gracing skylines around the world. Amelia, true to her adventurous spirit, had traveled the globe, her photographs capturing the beauty of far-off lands. With the help of a local historian, Alex was able to track down Edward's grandson, David. With a mix of trepidation and hope, Alex shared Amelia's story, revealing the truth about his grandfather's stolen dreams and the enduring loyalty of his long-lost friend. David was shocked and saddened by the revelation, but also incredibly grateful to Alex for uncovering the truth. Together, they decided to create a scholarship in Amelia and Edward's names, a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the importance of integrity. As Alex stood before the newly erected memorial plaque, he felt a sense of closure.